Last time on QuestFest, Lionel and Bonbon have arrived in the bulwark, and to their surprise, they find a cabin occupied. Bonbon causes a door disaster, and a new town of Low Ding. They investigate and meet another new arrival, Obern. By what forces was he drawn here? Does he know more about the secrets of the bulwark? Let's find out on QuestFest.
And step 2 was to knock down the door?
Hear this, just so you know.
Bon, you have anything to say about this?
I come out in not dripping clothes, but still very wet clothes, and just be like, so this asshole dragged me into the bulwark, apparently, and I thought that this was some weird-ass trick, and... What?
And he puked on you.
Well, I'm not gonna tell him that. I just have really wet clothes.
I just really wanted to emphasize it.
It's inky black darkness, right? They don't know that I puked on them too. They just know that they puked, and
I probably heard you unless we were like separated for a bit.
That's a good point. You wouldn't have heard each other.
Oh, okay.
You could feel it, but you wouldn't hear it.
I just assumed that I puked a lot, I guess. So yeah, I'm like, he brought me here, thought this was some weird kind of trick because we're not inside a building. We're in a forest and there's this weird log cabin and I wanted to see what was in the building. And obviously, as soon as I knew it was somebody's house, I tried to fix the door, but I've never fixed a door before. And then I ate some stew.
and then that also ate your stew.
It smelled really good.
It was really good.
It was really good. I didn't eat it all.
I'm
Okay.
so sorry. I'm terribly sorry. I don't know how commerce works here. I can certainly pay for damages unless you have some
It's
other.
there's no like. Okay. What's the thing? You're supposed? Okay. It's fine. Thank you for attempting to fix my door. Was that good? Is that what you're supposed to do in this situation?
I certainly appreciate it.
Okay, I'll take that as a yes. Okay, yeah, and so Obern goes in and he clocks the small chunks floating in the wash basin. He's like, okay, that explains the clothes. All right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, it's fine. I can pivot. I can do this. And he grabs some firewood and builds up the fire so that Bonbon can kind of rack up their clothes and get some heat going and dry them out.
Oh no, I just stand in front of the fire.
Okay.
I'm not getting naked in front of y'all.
Is
Okay.
Bonbon like modest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So what's your deal then?
Oh, man, I don't fucking know.
Okay, that's fair
I told
enough.
you, this asshole brought me in here.
Okay, we
I
agree
work,
on that.
I work
Yeah.
for his family, and he told me that this was a job, and it apparently was just him going off on his own. And, like, do you want to talk shit about him? Like, I'll talk shit about him. Like, what?
If you want to talk shit about a
I
rich
don't-
person, I'm here all day for it.
Oh,
I
Let's go.
don't know
sure.
how necessary that is. Bonbon, I did offer you 65%.
Oh, yeah, money's no object to me, but you're still an asshole.
Says the person who knocked down his door.
You know what? I didn't know that there was a real person living here. It could
The-
have been like a monster.
The chimney was lit.
Let's circle back to that. Actually, what do you mean not a real person living here? What is the opposite? What's the alternative to that?
Well, I don't know anything about the bulwark. They said it was like dangerous or something. So you know what? I always go in like axe blazing.
Okay, yeah, no, if you encounter a house, future reference, just assume it belongs to a real person, and that'll just save you like a bunch of trouble. in the future.
Yeah, Bon, that's why we knock.
Yeah.
You don't know.
I knocked on your door.
You know what? You seem like you want us to get out of your hair, or you don't have hair probably, but
I don't actually.
yeah, I say that.
No
You want
hair.
us to get out of your hair.
It's fine. It's a turn of phrase. It's it's not a world made for turtles. It's fine.
It's all right. I have hair enough
you
for the
know.
both of us.
Yeah. So, do you know the way out of here? Because I would really like to just get out of here.
No, I really don't. I spent a little bit of time
Right.
trying to find my own way out, and no. So I'm assuming it's one of those things where oh, the only way out is through. So we gotta maybe do something like that. I don't know.
I stared.
Is the
daggers.
is the actual like interior of the bulwark going to come after we've done enough time in the loading screen? God damn it.
Ryan smiled and nodded.
I didn't nod.
He
I did not nod.
he-
There
he-
was no nodding happening.
No, he
he
just
smi-
sat there
he
stilly with a shit-eating grin.
He smiled and kind of bounced happily.
This is great.
So I'm staring daggers at Lyonel.
Okay. All right, fine. You want to pay me back for the door? Okay. I've been basically doing favors around town for people because that's pretty much all there is to do. I've been connected with the elder. He's been putting me to work. There are a couple things I need some more hands for, and really everyone around here just really feels like they do their one thing and that's it. So they really haven't done shit all. So if you want to help out with that, that's fine. We'll call that even, I guess.
I'm pretty strong.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously. But
I yeah, what did you have in mind?
Oh, also I have a rat.
you Okay.
Just
That's-
part of my character is I
this
just
okay,
have
the
a
rat so far the rat is the most lovable part about this. What's happening?
I agree.
All right. So yeah, I think Obern's still gonna like stoke the fire a little bit, get that heat up for Bon, but other than that, he's just not in an interactive mood at this point.
Okay. So the silence befalls Obern's little cabin. Do you still pass out the food though? Do you still
I
hand
mean, you had some. Are you feeling up for seconds?
No, I'm good. One is enough.
Okay. Do you dare deign your palate to this squalor?
I mean, it's pretty good.
Oh no, it smells lovely. Oh,
I
it's
use
not
paprika. Like it's this is
Paprika,
on this is some good shit if you want it.
Yes, of course. I wouldn't turn down your hospitality.
Okay, cool. And so he bowls some up and hands it to you.
Okay, Lyonel is like really surprised that it tastes good. And yeah, just I mean like genuinely surprised. And yes, oh wow, yes, compliments to the chef.
Oh, thank you.
So Obern, what are you needing help with in town?
At this point, I don't know. So what kind of tasks are on the board?
So, pause. So the final tasks, the ones that you were kind of unable to do without help, there were a selection. Scout for monsters, fairly classic,
Okay.
but not one to do alone. The guards have offered help, and as you aptly noted, they seem to only do one thing, as though they're on a trek. So they
As
NPC
though they're
shit.
inconsequential NPCs.
Yeah.
you have
One guy wandering around asking me if I've ever been to the Cloud District.
Have you been to the wrong one? I'm so bad at this.
What am I saying? Of course you haven't.
No, but they do. They have again one of the ones you'd been unable to accomplish. There is a monster's den that does absolutely need to be eliminated. You could have potentially done that by yourself, but admittedly, I kind of assumed you wouldn't. That one is of particular note. It is filed under urgent.
Okay. Specific monsters or
So hold on, notes. Salt my villagers. They all have names. They're important. They have lives.
limited but lives.
You don't know how limited it is. You have no idea. You've only been here a month. These people have gossiped to you so much.
They
Yeah.
have.
You know how much. You know how important it is, and how on everyone's mind that Gwyn and Quim aren't married yet. It's a big deal.
Just saying, I grew up in a small town. There is gossip, yes, but it's also like it's very limited gossip.
No, it gets very boring. Honestly, it'd be like
Yeah.
this. There they go again.
Hmm.
They're never gonna get married. We know, Jane. We know they're not gonna get married. All right. Anyway, so out on Tim's farm, yes, that is different from Grim. Jerks. There is a infestation of abnormally large spider-like
God
creatures.
damn it.
Okay.
Why do you do this to me?
I hate them too.
Mhm.
That's why I kill them in fantasy worlds.
Yeah.
And then additionally, the scouting is for, the word used was horde, but it was by a passing by traveler of goblins nearby. They claim to be more towards the mountainous region, so probably 5 to 6 miles at least from here. But despite it, of course, it has taken note. That's not under urgent, but is important.
Okay.
Additionally, there are numerous small tasks to be done around the town, which I can pull out my notes and check if you want to do the more mundane style.
Let's kill some shit.
You don't know anything yet.
So yeah,
Cameron said, "Let's kill some
Oh,
shit."
okay.
All right, and back.
so Obern turns and he says, "Well, we've got a couple options. There's a scouting mission needs to happen. Somebody saw a horde of goblins, which feels like incredibly labeled, but you know, whatever. That maybe we need to check in, maybe just make sure that, you know, nothing's up, nothing bad's gonna happen. We should check on that. There's a farm that it's got a spider problem. I could have gone after that, but I'd really just rather have a second set of hands, and the guards here are just real useless. And aside from that, like, you know, the list kind of fills up every day of some little things around town that I could handle and I do handle every day. But if you want to help out with that, we could clear it in half the time and have the afternoon free. So
Okay.
what's your pleasure? That's what's on the board. The scouting mission and the spiders are really what I needed an extra set of hands for.
I'm sure Bon Bon would love to go and kill some spiders.
I mean, I'm down to kill some shit.
Okay. Yeah, no, we can go take care of that.
Awesome.
At this point, is Bon Bon dry?
I guess just like rotisserie style, turning myself near the fire.
Bon Bon's so small, you've actually put her inside the fireplace.
You're actually on a rotisserie.
I hold them up by their ankle if, like, to dry the top.
I try
Again,
to
like-
bite you.
Yeah, so we'll assume enough time passed. You're dry. You're feeling good. You've all had long rest. By the way, if that wasn't clear, by the 2 weeks that you guys rested.
2 weeks isn't long enough of a rest.
So, you've chosen spiders.
Great.
Yay.
So, you know where Tim's farm is. You've actually, presumably by now, even walked the rounds with Jira. And so, his farm is on the outskirts of town, but is just south of the river. So, probably from here, a couple of miles if you went direct, but you're probably going to want to go to town, then walk the mile out. It's quite a farmland in that it is flat and somewhat boring to look at.
Noted. I feel like it takes Lionel a minute to, like, get used to not being, like, walking out ahead of everyone and being in charge. And I go to walk out ahead, but then you have to keep turning back to see where Obern's going, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I follow. Not much of a follower.
I am reminded of home.
Aww.
I don't tell anyone that.
I don't know where Lionel's childhood home is, so I don't know if I'm reminded of home. I don't think we figured that out yet.
So, about 3 miles. You can walk that, take about half day. Not half day. It's about an hour overland travel, I believe, if you're going at a not forced pace. We'll figure out that later. We're going to say it's later in night. And someday I'll actually get better at distances. Brian Good, everybody.
3 miles.
Brian bad at.
I think it says it's an hour in the book. I have to check the DMG. I don't really care for now. You can totally make it today is going to be the point. Do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Because it's still pretty early.
Yeah.
Sure.
Go and do it.
So you travel to the farm. By the time you get there, it would be firmly into, because it was about 10, yeah, so firmly into that midday afternoon. So Tim is out in the fields when you arrive. You see him, looks like sort of roaming as though he's keeping a lookout and or potentially harvesting what has grown.
Okay. Obern raises his hand over his head, greeting. It's like, Tim, how you doing?
Seeing Obern, he smiles a big, truly warm smile, and in a middle baritone, Obern, how are you?
Can't complain. I think that's how that goes. Yeah, can't complain.
You can complain.
I can complain a lot, but I'm not going to. How you doing?
He
How are you?
turns and he says, "You have friends."
I do. These are fresh through. Can you believe it? New faces.
For what?
More
What did you call us?
adventurers?
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, they're new around here, so yeah. I guess you'd call them adventurers. Yeah.
And I'm new in town. I'm gay, I have AIDS, and I'm new in town. Anyway,
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh man.
Just to sort out, I'm new in town. No, save it. Bring it back.
Bring it we're stopping now to go watch John Mulaney.
All right, we got it.
sorry.
gosh.
Um,
Anyway, yeah. Hail and well met, Tim. Was it?
Who says
Yeah.
that?
they both look at you.
People with manners.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Wow.
just go up to him
3
right away, handshake. I'm Lyonel of the House Parsons. It's a veritable pleasure to make your acquaintance.
He, charmed, grabs her hand and gives a big, hearty handshake.
Not ready for that.
Um, he is boisterous, and he says, "I can't believe it, 3. It's been years since there's been anyone. This is great, and you've come to help.
Yeah. Yes, it seems so.
So I'll show you right away.
They'll help with whatever you need. Don't you worry.
Well, there are some chores to be done after if they have time.
yeah, Rich Boy really wants to clean out the horse stables.
Oh yeah, this
Oh.
one slaps hand on his back. Strong back. He can lift whatever you want.
Well,
Like fumble forward a little bit. Yeah, of course.
well, the latrine has been having issues.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know. I
Oh.
might be a little big for that.
I think you're just the right size for
Bon-
that.
no,
I think
Bon-
that'll work.
Bonbon's much better at getting into small places.
He'll drown. I think you'll do fine.
No. I'm much more of the like strong, silent type. Like if you need some heavy lifting, call me. Like,
Okay,
if you
be
need some,
silent. Silent type. Yeah, I suppose we'll help with whatever you need, but I heard there is a bit of an infestation.
Yeah, we are specifically here to help out with the spiders because now I've got extra hands to help out because the guards.
It's the fear of spiders. They're just scared.
Also, it's just like the 2 other guards are just like they're just there for each other. And it's
Yeah, I mean, we've tried to tell Jer. Nobody will listen.
yeah.
What do you do? It's love.
I mean, I'm not against it. I just maybe not on the clock, but whatever. It's you got to fit it in where you can because life is short
Right.
after all. Yeah.
Exactly. Sorry. We'll introduce you. He smiles again, this big, jovial, boisterous grin. I
Lovely.
can't believe we have more visitors.
It's great. Is Grim around or is he
Oh, he's in town.
okay?
Him and Quim are picking up some
Does
seeds.
everyone's name here rhyme?
No, just some.
Tim, Grim, and Quim?
Quim
It's Grim and Quim. Thank you.
and Tim.
And
Tim.
Tim and Lim.
Limb.
Oh my god.
Limb. Limb.
No, just Lim. Thank you.
Limb. Okay.
There's nothing implied in any of these names. Look for nothing.
Great.
I'm going to look for everything, Brian.
You should, otherwise my time is wasted. I poured over a hot stove of DMing for this.
How does that work?
It's hot.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
All right, cool. Wah. So, spiders. He, after the brief small talk, brings you back towards the back portion of his farm. As you go further, you see the river winds out, going further south. It's being pursued by the grass. It's insane. It's the slowest one you'll ever find. The river goes south, and towards the edge of his property, there's a bit of a drop off where the land plateaus. The river keeps running, and you have too small to be a cliff, but large enough to be dangerous, probably about a 1 or 2 story drop. And he says, I've seen them climb up from here. They're coming from down. There is a cave between the river and the wall. I think if you climb down from here, you should be able to find it. I've only seen 2, I think. I don't like spiders.
How big of spiders are we talking, Tim?
So I had a horse.
Oh God.
She's gone.
I like that horse.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Pretty colors.
Yeah. Like
I'm-
carrots.
I'm sorry as well. All right. I suppose we'll take a look down there. Bon, should we do our climbing thing?
Let's do it.
All right.
I'm over
You-
here like
you have a
Bon
climbing
is
speed too,
strong.
right?
Bon is brave. Bon is not scared of spiders.
Oh no. Jem had a climbing speed.
Oh yeah.
You don't have a climbing
I
speed.
have a rope.
You have your backpack straps?
Yeah.
All right. Shall we? And I gesture to throw you on my back like a backpack.
Fuck you. I can climb myself.
Okay, suit yourself. And then I take off with I take my dagger out and like jump over the side and like bring myself down. I have a climbing speed.
I know. It's just flavor. I
It's just
gotcha.
flavor. I look badass and am leaving
The
Bon
flavor is
behind to have to.
All right. By the end of this, I would like everyone to have figured out a flavor for your character. We're thinking paprika is okay.
I'm spicy.
So, rather abruptly, Lionel leaps over and climbs down towards the cave, leaving you two alone.
I look at you and I'm like, you don't look like a great climber.
Just, give me a little time. I can do it, but
Right.
I come back up
It's been
and
so long.
and I stick one of my pittons into the top and clip my rope to it and let them climb down on the rope.
Oh, cool.
So, hey, think.
okay.
I'll go.
So go ahead, do roll in athletics just to bring yourself down. You're not doing this at speed, so you're not gonna fall, I presume. You could.
21.
That's a nat 1.
Oh my god, I
Oh.
was gonna say if one of us gets a
Oh,
1.
that is literally the only way I was going to let you fail this save.
Mhm.
So,
You don't work for me anymore.
Ooh.
That dice is going away.
I think so. Like I put one piton in, or python piton, however you pronounce it. But you weigh like 400 some pounds. So
Yeah, I
I just
do.
was not calculating for your
Oh
weight.
yeah. I'm just tiny, like doo-doo-doo.
so Bon skitters down, yeah, and then suddenly, whoom.
Can I try to catch him? Even though I'm very small.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the
Okay.
joy on Brian's face was priceless.
So this will be
Athletics?
okay. So there's a couple things about this. Really, it's first off just dexterity if you can get underneath him. So first one will be a dexterity check.
Okay, well then it will be 16.
Okay. You are successfully underneath the falling 450 pounds.
Awesome.
I'm going to have you roll a constitution save.
Awesome.
Do I need to roll anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna help each other out here is what we're
Okay.
gonna go for.
22.
Not bad. All right, now roll athletics. On your side,
Yes.
dexterity save first.
Okay. Are you gonna cooperate? I'm trying another die. Okay.
Better.
Dex save 14.
Okay. I'll give it to you. Between the two of you, you were able to align yourself so that you're not falling, head first towards the ravine.
You just hear.
Ah!
And then I'm also gonna have you roll a acrobatics check here.
I got a
Oh no.
18 athletics.
Okay.
Okay, 16 plus 1, 17.
Okay. So this went surprisingly better than expected.
This is what I'm
But-
good at.
Bon Bon positions her how small frame? Excuse me.
There.
There. Thank
There.
you. Someday.
45 pounds, 3'11".
This just under 4 foot frame.
Uh-huh.
This is just under 10 times lighter.
Uh-huh.
You know what
Yep.
else can do 10 times? Ants.
I am an ant.
You catch
A turtle.
Obern
A falling turtle.
and you maneuver them so that they don't crash so much as lightly splat. However, doing so, you have a 450 pounds crashing onto you. So
425.
425, I'm sorry. That's offensive.
He has been working hard.
Mhm.
He's been walking, getting his steps in.
It's good.
425.
You're right. You're right. Both of you go ahead and roll for me a d6 of damage apiece. And know that it could have been so much worse.
Okay.
I got a 3.
Lionel, you were
Would
That's
you get a
the
6?
max damage,
That is a 6.
full on
Ooh.
face plant. Into the
You
ground.
are brand new dice. How dare you
I
turn on me
caught
like
you,
that?
but only like the shell, and so your face is just like.
Lionel's already in the mouth of the little cave thing, and he just reaches over like, "Oh no, I'm."
I help
If
you.
only
up.
I were quicker.
I help you up, and I'm like, is this pay me back for the door?
It's.
You definitely would have fallen into the river.
Yep. Nope. That's. Oh no! I would have landed in water. Yeah. No, that's fine.
Okay, well then next time I'll fucking drop you.
It's okay. Okay. I'm sorry. Hang on. I'm sorry. I'm learning. Thank you for catching me and preventing me from what could possibly have been more damaging.
You're welcome.
Okay. Cool.
You know, I liked the two-person dynamic, but the dynamic this party is real fun.
It's spicy for sure.
I'm having a blast. I love it. Makes my job easy because I can just kind of sit back and be like, yeah, do more.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're at the mouth of a cave.
Okay. Hang on. Before we do anything, I don't know what we're going up against, so let's go ahead and maybe go it. Best foot forward, and I'm gonna do a cure wounds on Bon Bon and myself.
Hey, thanks. Thanks, bro.
Magic.
It's new.
What a novel idea.
Magic. Useful. That would have been something to have. Cool. So, roll.
That is a D8 plus spellcasting modifier, which is
I think it's wisdom for you, I would imagine.
yeah 4. So D8 plus 4.
I'm already back at full. I didn't lose much.
Oh, okay. Well, I did.
Ooh,
That's an
8.
8. Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Back
Okay.
at full.
So this dice is just powerful. That's what I'm seeing.
No, the 6. He rolled the 6 on the 6. and
Yeah,
then
that was a D8.
8
Oh,
on
I
8.
see.
Yeah.
Oh no, I just meant that set of dice because it's rolling max damage, but it was a different set.
Different
It was a
set,
different
I
yeah.
see. Okay.
This was the set that the D20
He's
absolutely
just-
failed me.
He's just really good at D&D.
Yeah.
I always roll max damage. How? I cheat. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I always roll max damage, even on myself.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
That's where the nat 1 came from.
You know what? That's fair. If you're gonna
Yeah.
do it, it has to at least be the same way. That should be the worst kind of feat right there. Like as a min
That's
maxer,
the way
it's
the balance
perfect.
way to balance it. It's like you always roll max damage, but also on yourself.
I think there was another podcast, Dungeons and Daddies. They had an item mechanic where it was literally just a coin flip, and you either got a nat 1 or a nat 20,
Oof.
and you could use that whenever you wanted. But it's either a nat 1 or a nat 20.
Love it. All right. The cave before you. The mouth of the cave is about 20 feet across, but quickly narrows to 10 feet.
Okay.
It's dark. Do you have dark vision?
I have dark vision.
Lyonel does.
Obern does not, so he will lift up his staff and cast Produce Flame on the tip, and
Nice.
he'll just have a torch going there.
Nice. Are the walls like jagged, or do they come in like straight? I want to start to try and just stealth. I mean,
They're jagged.
okay.
It's a natural cave formation,
Yeah.
as best you can tell.
Lionel is gonna do the rogue thing and just start
Go ahead.
rolling stealth checks and try and
So-
hide around craggy corners and
Got it.
scope out.
Go ahead and roll nature. Anyone who's at the front. Well, all three of you.
Okay.
I rolled my stealth 16.
Okay.
And nature.
Ooh, nat 20 plus 2.
Fitting
Nice.
for a druid.
Yeah. I got a
This one's
15.
I rolled 2 9s in a row. For nature, that's only a 10.
I'm going to try to be stealthy too.
You said 15.
Yeah.
Okay. Nope. You two know. It seems as though this opening is relatively recent, based on what you can see, as though the ground has maybe sunk or fallen away, whether the river has lowered. It's tough to say, but all the stone at the front is filled with, can't think of the word, but what you find on the bottom of a river. Silt. Is that the right word for it?
Yep.
And it looks like it's been washed away. So, what'd you roll for your stealth?
14.
Okay. How far ahead of you are you of the party?
Not very far. I wanted to just. I don't want to separate myself from the party, but I do want to be like
Oh, sure. I just meant, are you like
So-
15-ish feet? So you're like in front of them?
10,
just to-
15.
Yeah, okay. So the cave itself does not appear to be very deep as you enter into the 10-foot, the section where it narrows into 10 feet. What's your dark vision again? I think it's
60.
60, so I thought. You can see at the edge of your vision a back cavern wall and a room that opens up. Difficult to tell exactly how large from where you're standing, but roughly 15 feet ahead after it's narrowed down. What do you do?
Continue forth.
Okay.
Like, let me know if I need to continue to roll stealth.
As you walk up to the larger opening, roll a perception check.
Just him or everybody?
Just him. He's a little ahead of the
Yeah.
party. Yeah.
Damn it! Shouldn't have switched back to the metal dice. 6.
Okay. You don't see anything of note other than what looks to be 2 openings towards the back of this cavern. Do you proceed into the larger opening or wait for the party before it opens up?
I'm only like 10, 15 feet away
Yeah.
from them. I think I'm gonna just gesture
Yeah.
that like I'm gonna go for which side is the larger opening on?
The larger opening is on your right side.
Okay.
Probably around 30 feet ahead, but if you were to follow the wall, closer to around a 60-ish radius.
Yeah. I'll be quiet, and I'll just gesture to them that like point to myself and then point to the right.
Okay.
And then sally forth.
Okay. So, in front of you, around 10, 15 feet, you see Lyonel begin to walk around the edge, sort of disappearing from view. As you both get up to the entrance, where it widens, I should say, both roll perception checks, please.
Hopefully we do better than a 6. I got a 10.
That's an 8.
Oh my god. Okay, I got a
2
10.
plus 6.
You notice nothing out of the ordinary.
Oh.
You see Lyonel is around 10 to 15 feet, creeping around the
Can
edge
I do an
of the
investigation check looking up?
circle. I assume you're looking up.
Yeah.
There's nothing, I will say, there's nothing obvious you're missing.
Okay.
I'm taking into assumption you're not just like staring. But yeah, you look around. There's nothing obvious. As you make your way, do you follow him around the radius of the circle, or potentially you see him heading towards the entrance on the right? Do you just shoot forward?
I think Obern would probably go direct route.
Okay.
Yeah, just follow him.
Yeah. I mean, I have a torch, so I'm making no attempts
Yeah.
to hide because that wouldn't matter.
So what
Yeah,
happens?
That's true.
So what happens is Obern and Bonbon just start going forward as Lyonel is making this quiet, stealthy way. He's probably 30 feet now to your dead right as you're heading straight forward. And you just see them and the bouncing light go dung da dung da dung da dung as they walk straight ahead.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
I think so. My point in being stealthy is that even if they're not, then I catch the people off guard.
Oh, totally.
That they're caught off guard by.
Oh, it's just fun.
So, but I'm still pretty like mildly perturbed that they're just going on ahead of me while I'm taking all of this care to be stealthy.
I just enjoy that this has been consistently the theme of take the wind out of Lyonel's sails all the time.
Yes.
Just wait.
Not always for the best, but
I'll be a badass and shut you fuckers up.
oh, totally. I'll never. I mean, again, moments like Lyonel has walked in. He's gonna replace this person's drink. Bonbon. So let's cut the shit.
Oh my god.
All right. So as you reach the next entrance, it is very thin. Talking about a 5-foot entrance here to go further.
That's fine.
Above you, there is an opening where something roughly 10 feet across but thin. You could climb up and be in the thin overhang, but you would have to be prone.
Oh my god. I'm gonna climb up there and try and stealthily make a perception check inside.
Okay.
Does it look like it's a different area entirely? Like if you go into the opening below,
You
it's
can't
a different
see
room
the
and
top.
you can't see the top?
Yes.
Okay. So I have climbing speed. Unless
you can-
So
you
I'll
should
just
be able to go up.
climb, but do you want me to make like stealth and perception?
Do make a stealth check, a new one, if you're trying to sort of
Yeah.
crawl up.
17.
Okay.
And
then perception.
Perception inside.
This is fairly easy. So
That's a crit one.
Oh no.
I don't see shit.
This is fairly
4.
So Obern's light blinds you in your dark vision.
Oh good.
Y'all don't see anything in front of you. So you have about a 5-foot space. It is difficult terrain to move through because it is tight. Even with the 5 foot, especially with your shell, you are struggling to maneuver your way in.
Yeah.
Above, you don't see anything. So do you enter or are you just flashed into...
Yeah, I enter.
So now you are prone, pulling yourself across the top.
Is it like tight, or can I like I
You have room, like if
not
you,
encumbered from crawling?
exactly. You're
okay.
it's actually it's still you're at half speed because you're prone, but you aren't in difficult terrain. It is actually likely easier to move up here than it is
So
down where
could
they
I,
are.
Could I argue that it's like I could utilize my climbing speed and make it 20 instead of 15 movement.
I think that if it comes to that, we'll talk about it. So
Okay.
that's a good, interesting. It's an interesting notion, actually. I'd not
Just
really.
climb horizontally.
Yeah, it's effectively what you're doing, so I'm not actually terribly opposed to it.
Yeah.
Um,
Just give me 5 feet more of movement.
yeah. We'll see. Well, it may play a difference because how far do you go into the 5-foot spread?
I probably would wait in front of both of the holes and see if Lionel gets shot out of the big one or something.
That would be hilarious. Just, um,
I go in far enough to see if I can continue to perceive better than a crit fail.
so about 2 rounds in, we're talking 10 feet further, you can now see the next room, in which you immediately see are pulsating, glowing orbs, oval shaped. One could say egg shape.
Okay.
What you see is different. You see a back wall and a place where you can stand. So if you pull yourself about 5 feet, 10 feet further, you'll have room to stand, and you don't see. You see a back wall, but room upward.
Oh, okay.
So what do you do?
So it's only like 5 feet crawling through.
Yeah, you can just pull
Um,
yourself, and you're there.
Can I make like one more perception to see if I perceive anything that would
Yeah, go ahead.
stir if I like talked to them?
Yeah, absolutely, go for it.
All right,
Can I like do a
that's so much better.
investigate in this little room in front of both of the openings?
It's been long enough. I'll let you roll another perception check. This would have
Okay.
been, at this point, we're talking around, if in combat, it's been 15 to 20 seconds. You know, we're talking
Yeah.
3 to 4 rounds.
It's 18 perception. I'm trying to see if there's anything like if I can perceive if there's anything that is going to stir if
Absolutely.
I make noise.
What'd you roll?
17.
You don't see anything, Lionel. You hear nothing. No insects, no animal sounds, no stream. It's very quiet. Even in a couple of rooms back, you can tell there must be some presence here, but you cannot hear anything distinctly. You notice a spider web. Just a small bit, but sort of tethered and floating freely as though it's been ripped to pieces and this is just the remnants of some silk.
Mm-hmm. Is it closer to either opening?
It's way far in the edge of the room. Difficult to see until you really found yourself where the light just happened to sparkle off of
Mhm.
the side. It isn't attached to anything.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna crawl back to the opening, and just whisper down to Bon Bon.
Okay.
Bon Bon, there's room for me to climb up higher. I think I'm gonna go investigate, but
All right. Well,
wait for a signal, I guess, if I'm in trouble, and you also.
well, our turtle just went that way. So,
Perhaps these rooms converge somewhere. I'll try and figure that out.
I'll just sit here and do nothing.
And our turtle will play with the dog.
Sorry.
It's okay.
The dog is being very demanding.
He's a druid.
So I'm gonna climb back through the like 5 feet and then just start climbing up.
Okay. Obern,
Mhm.
while all this is happening,
Mhm.
do you step into the room with the pulsating, what appear to be eggs?
I feel like that's a bad idea, and I feel like I've spent enough time around wild animals to know you don't necessarily go for the nest unless you have a very quick exit plan.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm gonna maybe stick around the outside and just like
See,
gesture back at the party and kind of point and just
Bon Bon, you can see Obern pointing towards something. You can't see it. Lionel, you are back at the room, I guess, at the end. You stand up. And when you stand up, you can see there's another ledge that you could pretty easily grab and pull yourself and still be at standing height. You're estimating this is about at this point 2 to 3 times as tall as you, so you must be like directly underneath the surface.
The surface, yeah.
Based on height. Do you pull yourself up?
Just enough to look.
What was your stealth?
My last one.
It's a new one, actually, so go ahead and
I'll
roll
go-
it.
yeah, I'll
I'm
roll a
sorry.
new one.
Yeah, I was going to say this has to be a new one. At this point, it's been several rounds.
18.
Perfect. Roll perception.
6.
This isn't that hard to see, but you pull yourself up, and you are foot level with what appears to be a large lizard.
What? Oh, that's not a spider.
It is not
How
It-
large?
large. Like, say, in comparison to if a spider was the size of, I don't know, 5 to 6 feet across, imagine the size of the lizard that would eat that. So you're facing a 15-foot,
Oh my
10 to 15-foot lizard, and your head is right by its paw. And both of its paws are here, and its head is down, and it is asleep.
So very much the lizard from that poorly like blue screened scene in the original 1950s Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Yes.
Nice.
So there's no way it could fit through that little like crawling space, right?
No, not a bit. You can see behind it, there's a large amount of caverns that seem to run. Probably the cavern space is right at 7-8 feet max, but you can see that there's a large flat surface for it to run around, and you can see several holes
Where it goes
that
up to the surface.
and down. Exactly. Well, you don't see any surface holes in this immediate
Oh, it goes down.
50-ish foot room, but you can see things where it goes down. You rolled a 600 perception, so you don't know the next thing. But
Okay. Fuck. Can I roll like acrobatics or something to try and get past it?
you can pull yourself up quietly because you have a climbing speed.
Yeah.
And you could stealth, even with your 18, you could attempt to stealth around it. It is a large room.
Uh-huh.
With your 60-foot vision, you can see the other end. It's right at the peak of your like 120. So
Once I'm on my feet, I'm really fucking fast.
yeah, so you could.
I'm gonna get at least up on like level with it to try and start stealthing around it.
All right. So
I'm gonna give another stealth.
the first 30 I'll give you with your first stealth check.
Okay.
I'll make that, again, sort of the impromptu surprise round. Then we'll have you roll another one. While that's happening, let's check in with the rest of the party.
I'm gonna be like,
Remember, you know nothing
Yeah.
about what he's doing.
I'm gonna say like, Lionel found another space to go crawl up into, and he wants to investigate that. Like, what'd you find?
Okay, good for him. I've got eggs.
Good.
Very specifically, these are not spider eggs. Like I know what spider eggs look like.
Well, you actually, you think these are like more like what an egg sac
An
might
egg
be.
sack. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
I guess I'm sorry. I should have clarified. It was, to be fair, I was still trying to save the reveal of the lizard. But
Okay.
yeah, you definitely, even with what's your passive nature? I should have made you roll this. Giving everything away.
Passive.
Just what's your modifier?
Hang on. Ooh. Where are you? Okay. That's gonna be what? Wisdom modifier? Is that nature or is that
Mhm.
intelligence?
Intelligence.
Intelligence.
and
+2.
Go ahead and roll for me.
Okay.
You might not technically know. As a druid, I assumed you were trained in it.
Well,
You don't have
It's
to
a
be.
different
It's-
kind of druid.
It's okay. Yeah,
12.
you're totally fine. You had to roll like a 5.
Okay.
That's why I was like, oh yeah, I bet you. Oh, I see. So you've seen what egg sacs look like, the little like terrifying skid. These look very suspiciously like oversized egg sacs, or at least
Okay.
eggs from them, if nothing else.
Okay.
They are small enough that you think they could have something inside.
Okay. All right, cool. So yeah, I've got spider eggs. So we are probably at a very bad spot. We need to have a clear exit if we're going to do anything with these.
Mm-hmm. Should we wait for him to come back, or?
I mean, the only other option is to yell at him. So I think, yeah, we just got to wait for him to do whatever he needs to do.
That feels about like 12 seconds worth of dialogue. So,
I want to make it for the first like hole down I can see.
okay.
I'm gonna give another stealth.
Yeah, go ahead and do another stealth this time. You are effectively in combat. What'd you roll?
19 plus 7.
Nice.
26.
You are being incredibly light on your feet. You can see the first cavern down. It's about 20 feet from your current 30 you've traveled so far. You get to it and you look down and you see glowing, pulsating
You want me to make a nature check?
ooze
Ooze.
and orbs that look shattered. You can roll a nature check.
Okay. Damn it. That's a 4.
Lionel has never seen a spider egg, guys.
Glowing ooze and orbs.
Uh-huh. Shattered,
Shattered
or
orbs?
maybe bitten
Ah.
or stepped on.
So above table, is it safe to assume that this is like a room farther back?
Yeah, you're about so if we had a 3D model, Obern is about 20 feet. So that first 20, this is 30 feet past that.
Okay.
Now you don't know if it's connected because Obern
Uh-huh.
did not go in far enough to see.
All right. But it looks like whatever, like those are shattered, like it doesn't clearly look to be like it's an egg that something's growing in.
No, these look like viscous liquid is being drained
Okay.
out and or has been bitten on and discarded.
All right. Can I like pop my head down in there and make a perception check to see if it's like connected to the rooms prior?
So once you peer down, you can see with your dark vision, you can see that it's clear on a larger room down here, and this is all part of one antechamber.
Okay. So
What you also see is just further back from you towards the wall is a second lizard.
Oh God.
The eggs that you can see in your 60-foot radius, and even further
There's a
with
second
the
lizard
glowing,
down
Yeah.
in
the antechamber, and then one where you are now.
and that one's awake. The
It is
down
not
there-
awake.
The one down there is still asleep too.
Both are asleep.
Okay.
You can also see that there are many of these orbs. Most of them have been clearly had action. They've either been bitten on or they've been eaten and remains. There are only a few pulsating sacks of something to your mind around.
Okay. Is it safe to assume, like spatially, that the other like holes down are just into that same antechamber?
Based on what you can see, it doesn't seem like it could go much further. Yeah.
Okay. How far down is it to the floor of the room of the antechamber?
Probably we'll call it an even 30. It's technically a
Okay.
little less than that, but it's like if you were to do a straight drop, you'd be talking like 20, kind of like from where
From,
the
like hanging on.
yeah,
Okay.
because you have enough of you have a U, which you're not 10 feet tall, so technically, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you get the idea as far as
All right.
increments here.
So I think the safest way is gonna be to try and sneak back past the original lizard.
Yeah, that sounds like the safest way.
I've already proven to myself that I'm sneaky enough to get past it, and I'm not 100% sure that I won't make a sound as I drop down and try and make like acrobatics to.
Oh, you're totally right. I just enjoy the imagery that you're about to walk past a giant ass lizard again.
Oh yeah, I'm foolhardy maybe. I'm gonna stealth back past it.
All right, give us a roll. Because you guys are just waiting, right? Oh no, what did we get?
I have a +7 to this natural one I rolled.
Oh,
Oh man.
Time to break out the feline agility.
I'm probably just there like, so like, should I climb up there? Should I go back?
So-
I haven't heard him scream yet,
I mean,
so
I'll
he's
give you-
probably okay.
I'll give you a boost if you need it. You know, whatever.
Okay.
So it's about 50 feet. I'm going to assume you make it at least halfway. So
Okay.
we'll call it 20. We'll give you 20 feet away when the surprise ends as you stumble on a rock perhaps that you didn't see before.
Mm-hmm.
Something happens and the rocks beneath your feet crunch and you see 2 large orbs open up and the ground, and you feel this too, shakes as this large lizard begins to turn towards you. Everyone roll initiative.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, that's a big ass spider.
Oh my god, poor Bon Bon and Obern. They're like, holy shit, how big is this spider?